live with Lunch Break Live. Oh my goodness, Gwen Limon, chef of the day. What are you making today?
Today for lunch, we are going to be making a grilled teriyaki tofu, if I could talk here. Say that 5 times, right? Grilled teriyaki tofu. We are going to be bringing some spring flavors though, because it's warm outside. It's getting warmer. Personally, I'm in Southern California, but I don't know about you, but I've been noticing more fruit, especially pineapple, that has been coming to season, seeing them in the market. So today we are going to be making a couple of vegetables on the side here with the grilled tofu. What's nice is you honestly, even if you don't have it available fresh, this is actually, let me give you a little preview here. This is actually frozen organic pineapple. So whether you have a canned pineapple, whatever you have, I'm all about using what you do have. We have inside of the skillet a few ingredients, finishing chopping up some stuff right now, which is going to be some bell peppers. We're going to add bell peppers inside of there. Super simple. Whatever you have as well. I'm using a green bell pepper for some color and also some flavor, as well as some red bell pepper. Chopping that up. In my other skillet, highlight of the day is going to be some tofu. Now, one of the things, Paige, I don't know if you struggle. Do you struggle with tofu, making tofu?
Well, I have a special recipe, and it looks very similar to yours. I mean, my kids absolutely love this. But it does sometimes stick to the pan, so you have to watch it. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Some people are like a little hesitant to do tofu because they're like, I don't even know how to get it started or make it look good. And what I always tell people is the main thing that I've noticed with making it, especially if I'm grilling it in the skillet like I am today, is making sure that you have enough oil in the pan. Because sometimes if you put a little, it may be a little too dry, it'll start to stick, and that is not what you want to do. You want to make sure you have enough oil in your pan, and as I always like to say, leave that tofu alone. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch the tofu. Don't do that, because you know what? It's going to stick to the bottom of your pan, just like you said. It's going to be horrible. You're going to have a messy looking entree at the end, which is not what you want. Now, one of the things I also want to say with this particular dish, I'm going to finish chopping up here some bell pepper. Another quick tip when it relates to bell pepper, you'll notice I went ahead and gutted out the whole thing, but I like to cut from the inside. Some people cut from the outside. I like to cut from the inside because it's going to make my life a lot easier, and it's also going to save my knives in the long run. So with that, I'm just going to make a simple cut here. We're going to go ahead and also take out that middle membrane of that bell pepper. Yeah. We're going to toss it in here. I wish you could smell it, Paige. I wish you could smell it.
I can. Woo! Yes, SimpliDished, y'all.
Simple. That's what I'm about, is making simple dishes, right?
That's right. And that is your brand. So exciting, coming to you live from outside Los Angeles, California. Welcome to Lunch Break Live, everybody. We are with Gwendolyn Limon. She loves to cook, just loves to cook vegan, loves to make plant-based recipes, all her own. I love your mission to help forward-thinking health and wellness brands who want to make an impact in the world. All right, love that.
That is what I'm about, Paige. It truly is. You know, I have a background within healthcare. Like you said, I'm personally a marketer by day, but by night, I always like to cook, and I also like to share recipes with people through SimpliDished and let them know it doesn't have to be super complicated when you're making a meal. And not only that, being vegan, it doesn't have to be pricey either. So I like to share super affordable tips for you. I share my favorite places to go on a budget, buy organic if you can. But if it's not organic, I also like to just make sure that you're just getting good veggies in general. I think that there sometimes are some veggies that you want to try to get organic, but I also don't discriminate with the veggies. Hey, if you're getting more veggies, more power to you, right? I think you should just try to get what you can. So with that, my dishes are super simple and affordable. Uh-oh, we lost. See, this is live cooking. We just lost the grilled bell pepper here, but we're doing it. Here's what we're looking like right now. Now, with the pineapple. You'll see. Let's see if I can grab one here.
So you have pineapple and
pineapple. Ooh, I'm gonna taste it.
Ooh,
I don't know about you, but I have to taste it while I'm cooking because
yes.
you want to make sure you have enough flavor. Now in this, we're gonna add in some garlic. And you can chop garlic, but today we're cheating. We're using mince. We're gonna also add in some fresh ginger into this dish. Now, people also sometimes are a little intimidated when they see this in the store. One of my favorite ways to save my hands is to use a grater and actually grate this inside of my dish. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna give this garlic a little toss here. Now I had this on a medium-low heat. I'm kicking it up a little bit now because I want those bell peppers to get a nice brown color, like what my pineapples have. Okay? So we're gonna do a bit of a mix. Also, this is gonna heat up. In a few seconds, we're gonna add in the grated ginger into this dish, adding just a lot of that great flavor. We're also gonna add in a tad bit of salt because we got that sweet and that savory. I personally like to also use a little bit of pepper. I don't know. Do you like a little spice? Okay.
I like just a little spice, not too spicy, just enough to give it that little bit of a kick. I do try to stay away from the salt, but sometimes you got to just put that little teeny bit in there.
A little bit. And I agree with you. Like, I'm not putting a whole lot in here. I just add a little dash because you have that sweetness from the pineapple, and you're also going to have that ginger going in here. So you're going to need a little bit to kind of keep those flavors going. But I mean, this is what we're looking like so far. I mean, look how
we have some people that just joined. This is a grilled teriyaki veggie pineapple and tofu bowl. Yes, it is. We are with Gwendolyn Limon. I love saying your last name. I want to welcome everyone who's watching. We have Tina and Tom and Debbie. Yes, Debbie and Liz. If food is sticking, you got to heat it up. Bring the heat. Yes, Debbie, I totally agree with you on that. But also, when you do bring that heat, which is what you were saying. Oh, yes. Hi, Michelle, as well. Is that you got to make sure you watch it, right? You got to watch it so the tofu doesn't stick. Yes, because if you leave it.
Make sure that. You know, right now, you'll see we got a nice caramelized. I'll give you a close up here. Look how caramel that is.
Can you bring it a little higher? There. Oh, yeah. Look at this.
See? That's what you want to see with your tofu. You don't want to overdo it either. And then it becomes like hard like a little rock. We don't want rocks. We want good tasty food, right? So we want it to look like that.
Yes. Now, this is a mother of two, an incredible wife who is just working in the kitchen here, double time. Also started her brand. You can see what she's got over there. She's got gorgeous photos of food on her Instagram. Yes, you do.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to just go ahead and chop up this ginger. I'm just throwing that in there at the end. Just again for some extra flavor and some texture. We're going to add that.
All right.
I like to share a lot of free recipes with people, like you were just saying, Paige, you know. I don't think we have to be in the kitchen for hours, you know. We can still make a really good meal quickly. I am a mama too, so then you know how that goes. They're like, Mom, is food ready, right? We're used to that.
We're used to that.
Gosh, I tell you. Now this is almost done. You see that was super quick. Now this, you can have it on its own. You can go ahead and pair it with some white rice, which is what I'm doing today. And that's simple, right? I personally don't do it on my rice on the stove. I just throw it in my rice cooker. So while I'm doing this, my rice is cooking. It's getting done. I don't have to be bothered by it. And we're almost done here, honestly. We're just going to add in, here's my little secret. We're adding a little bit of brown sugar, about 1 cup's worth of brown sugar. You do a little less if you don't want it as sweet. But what that's going to do is add a caramelized texture to it. We're going to go ahead and move that around our dish. Bring it up here.
Ooh.
I wish you could smell it, Paige. Smells so yummy. Look at that.
All right, so we got the garlic and the ginger, the vegetables, the pineapple, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of brown sugar. Wow.
Yes. going to add that in.
Incredible.
And then inside as well, we're going to add in just a little bit here of my favorite, or your favorite, teriyaki sauce.
Ooh.
Look at that. We're looking good, right?
Look,
We're going to
so
mix
delicious.
that with all those good
Yeah.
flavors.
And Greg says yum with about 1,000 M's at the end there.
Oh, I see it, Greg. Yes, yum, Greg. Come to Instagram. You'll see the final thing, and it'll also have, obviously, the recipe on Jane Unchained. So stay tuned for that. Now, our tofu is done. So all we're going to do is literally put it into the same skillet, so that way that tofu soaks up all that good, yummy ginger, all that goodness that we just did.
Okay, now if you're looking for this recipe, you're going to look under lunch. We did divide them out for lunch and dinner and so forth. Just FYI on the website. We'll put this story up about Gwen as well, Gwendolyn. I love seeing your full name, Gwendolyn.
I do too. I have to shout out my mom, because I'm named after my mom. I'm Gwen the Second Page. I didn't get to share that with you, but I am Gwen the Second, or a juniorette, as I like to call it.
Juniorette. That's so sweet.
Right? I'm a juniorette. I'm Gwen the Second, and my mom is actually one of my inspirations as far as for cooking, because I grew up in a restaurant, Paige.
You did?
Yes. My mom was a cook. She never formally went to culinary school, but she did own her own restaurant. I'm originally from Las Vegas, and my mom had a restaurant, an Italian restaurant. So you'll notice, like on my page, I love sharing different pasta recipes. I've veganized them from what my kind of background was with my mom and growing up in my culture. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
I got it. Wow. And just back to the tofu real quick. We're kind of going back and forth to the food and then hearing about you. Is Tom says he missed early. Did you marinate the tofu or you just cut it up in cubes and throw it in the pan?
I did not. Good question. You can do it either way. For me personally, I like to just coat it at the end of the dish. So this is what it's looking like. Look at our skillet. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Wow.
And like I said, you can have it by itself. You can have it pair this with some with a salad on the side. You can do it with some quinoa. Completely up to you, but you can see it's super easy. It looks like Greg is like, he wants to be here. I wish you could taste it, Greg. But yes, this is what it's looking like. Like I said, I personally have it with some rice, and I also have some fresh cilantro too. So this is a tip. A lot of people don't know. I like to actually reuse, Paige, my jars. Like when I get them from like pasta sauces or peaches or something like that, to reuse and recycle, because right, we want to try to reuse, recycle. I actually like to use my jars all over again, and I'll make sure that my herbs have cold water, and I reuse those glasses for my herbs inside my refrigerator. It'll actually keep your herbs nice and fresh longer.
What a great tip. We love this.
Right?
Wow. And we have a new viewer here. Shamson Yvonne says, bravo, veganized cooks. Yes. Woo! That's right. And we also have Tina and Tom and Greg. Look like there was another Kathleen. Hello, Kathleen. Welcome to Lunch Break Live. Yes, you will find this recipe and hundreds of others on janeunchained.com. You can head on over there and take a look. And again, you can also print and share from there as well. Be sure to share this show out, if you will, to your friends and family. This is one of the easiest recipes. And she's going to cut it. Look at this, y'all.
You know, save your hands, do it real quick, right? And that's what I do, is I literally just come up here, get what I need as far as cilantro, and it's just easy, right? Cut it.
Yeah.
We cut it. We already cleaned it. Give this a good toss. I love to use herbs, in my dishes. It just adds it to it. It looks pretty, and it just tastes good. So that is really the dish. Now we're just going to plate it, but that's what we're looking like in our skillet.
Ooh.
Looking good, right?
Looking really good. Wow. Yeah. She has kitchen scissors, Tom. That is a thing. Kitchen scissors.
They are not real scissors for everything else, right? As us moms use them for everything, for crafts and everything. No, they are true kitchen scissors. It saves you so much time in the kitchen, chopping everything up. Like what I did, I use them a lot of times with like my herbs, parsley. If I want them really fine, then I'll go ahead and chop it. But today, for today's reasons, I wanted kind of a thick texture in my cilantro. So that's why we're doing it a little bit like that. A good question, Tom. Now, let's go ahead and plate this. Let me move my plate here.
I'm going to pop in and say, hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunch Break Live. If you are just joining us, welcome, welcome. We are a daily show that comes on at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and wherever you are in the world. Plus, you can watch it on the replay all day long and then some and find the story on janeunchained.com. Okay, back to you.
Well, good to see you, Paige. Good to see you.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here. You know, like I said, I think even this could be a good lunchtime dish. As you can see, I have the rice here.
Yes.
We're going to just plate this now.
And Tina says, go vegan, save the animals and the planet. Stop eating the animals and dairy products and go vegan. Yes, thank you so much for the message, Tina.
You know what, Paige? I agree. You know, for me, it's about no matter where you are. Obviously, I'm personally vegan and have been vegan for 4 years. I like to try to meet people where you're at. So no matter if you're trying to experiment with more dishes, if you're maybe a little bored with the dishes you currently have, then that's okay. I'm going to meet you where you're at. You'll see a combination of my dishes bring back a lot of comfort food, but it's a twist and they've been veganized. So, hey, Misha, this is my good girlfriend, Misha. She came today. And yeah, you know, it's just about trying to rethink about your food. And for me personally, since I went vegan, I don't know about you, Paige, but I feel like I experiment more.
Yes. You know? Oh, for sure. I had gotten in a rut of the same things over and over. And now we can use so many different vegetables. I try different things. I work with different things. Absolutely. Plus, when I find a new recipe, I get so excited to figure out how to work with it, you know?
Yeah. And make it your own, you know? If it doesn't, like sometimes I make recipes and I tell people like, hey, it may look beautiful on my Instagrams, but you don't even know. Your girl sometimes will mess that recipe up and I'm like, oh, I got to toss it away. But you know what? It happens, and that's okay. Don't let that discourage you. You know, you want to make it a fun time, have fun, experiment. This particular recipe, like I said, I just had experiments with, and I was like, oh, this would be good any time of the day. But again, it's just about having fun, playing with colors with your veggies too. Is something that I like to do, and you know, just again, I think it comes down to just having fun in the kitchen, you know, and testing.
Yes. Right. Look at this dish.
The dish.
It's gorgeous.
Oh my. I know it's a pretty big dish here, but let's get a close up here. That's what it's looking like, Paige.
It is looking.
We almost look like we went to a restaurant, right? Like we got.
Right.
And Paige, I have to tell you, like every single time, shout out to my family because they know you have to wait until I take a picture. You know? They're like, Mom, are you done yet? Can we eat it now? Or do we have to wait for a picture? So yes, I'm totally that mom. Shout out to my family because they're so great for letting mommy do her thing, take her pictures and all that. So this is the dish. Super, super simple though. I can't, man, there's so many great things you can do with tofu, right, Paige? Like so many things.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today, bringing us this delicious recipe. Everyone, wow, right? Happy day to you. Happy weekend to everybody. We are so excited. Thank you again. Please head over to SimpliDished over on Instagram to find Gwendolyn's more offerings and over to janeunchained.com, of course. We will see you next time, everybody.
Yes.
Can you bring it one more time close so we can leave with that delicious dish as the last flavor palette view? Look at this. And Greg says, thank you. Shama-san says, thank you. Oh, welcome. Bring her back, please. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, nice to see everybody. So happy you guys were able to join us today for lunch. Now your girl has to come get everybody to eat this lunch now. Hope that you guys enjoy this recipe. And if you do make it, last thing I would say, tag me. I love to see what you guys are making. Tag me at SimpliDished. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this recipe, and I'll see you guys on social. Thank you so much for having me, Paige.
You bet, sweetie. Thanks again,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye.